Hi everyone, welcome to this webinar organized by Workbridge Limited, and we want to quickly look at the future of data analytics and artificial intelligence, saying to the fact that technology has taken over the sphere of work at this present time. It is very important and expedient that we know what is in the field of data analytics and artificial intelligence. And artificial intelligence and data analytics are just a little fraction out of many other tech courses that are within the tech ecosystem. So in this webinar, we are going to be taking you through the future of it, trying to understand the concept of data analytics and artificial intelligence in just a simple format, not in a deep one. We want to simplify it so that even if you don't have a hint of what it entails, at least you have a glimpse of it. So come, let's go on a ride. Okay, this is about me. My name is Glavin Ogbale. I graduated from Benin State University, a BSc Mathematics holder and proficient data analyst. So if you see me anywhere, you can call me Gladden by name. So a quick rundown to an introductory part of data analytics. So we see data analytics as a process of examining data sets to draw conclusion about information that they contain. In a simple definition, data analytics is just a process of extracting data, examining the data, and finally drawing a conclusion from those data. And what it means is the way of making sense from a data. Looking at the data in its raw state might be very, very useless and might look very, very ununderstandable. But by the time you bring in analytics into it now, you are trying to make sense out of the data. And one of the major things it helps is it helps the businesses to make informed decisions by providing insights based on the data. And how do I mean? Okay, let me explain the concept of analysis. Analysis is just a process of thinking about what you did yesterday and using it to make a decision of today. Let's say, for instance, you took a decision yesterday that ended you in trouble or that didn't project what you expected. Now, by the time you want to take another decision today, now you're going to sit down and have a deep thought on what you did yesterday that brought you into this mess. Then you begin to adjust and make a better decision. So that is what analysis is. So thinking of yesterday to make a better decision of today or in the future. Now, coming to data analysis now, it is now involved with data. You are using data to check your anomalies, the things that you didn't do right in your business yesterday, so that you can make an informed decision today and help your business to grow further in the future. So that is the simplified way of data analytics. So let's see some of the trends in data analytics. The first one is the rise of big data. These are data that are very large and very bogus. Like example of big data are data that are being collected by social media handles like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. You see a lot of people flooding that space almost every day. So these data are big data. The second one is growth in machine learning. Machine learning is just a process of creating models and using it to work on artificial intelligence systems. So there's an increase in predictive analytics. Predictive analytics is one of the two major tools that is used in the AI technology that helps them to detect what is going to happen in the future. For instance, now you want to produce a machine that is able to detect a dog. If you put a scanner on the face of the dog, you'll be able to say, okay, this is a dog. Now, one of the things that's used in is a predictive analysis, and what is done is they collect data of different kind of dogs and they use it to create a model, and they push those model into the system, and that works out. And again, another good example of predictive analysis is during coronavirus in 2020, we had a machine, a scanner that was produced, and that is an invent of machine learning product resulting into artificial intelligence. Now, what the machine does is it detect people that are infected with coronavirus. And how were they able to come about this? Because the act of detecting the people that have been infected by the coronavirus is a predictive analytics aspect of data analytics. So now, what they do is they collected a sample of data from the lab and they brought it out together in such a way that it just making sense, and they put it up together and they use it to create a model through machine learning, which resulted into making that machine AI. That's an AI machine because anything that makes works easy for people has become an AI. It acts like a human. The way a woman just look and say, okay, this person is detected with signs. So they were able to create a model that is able to detect the signs and symptoms that a patient or someone has been infected by COVID-19 has got. So this is a trend in data analytics. And the next one we have here is we have the real-time data processing. These are real-time data processing, data from business, day-to-day runs of business and the likes, many of them like that. And the next one is adoption of cloud-based solution. Cloud-based solutions are solutions that are in the cloud environment. Like in the cloud environment now, we have quite a lot of data that are being stored here. So solutions are being provided in, or they are adopting cloud-based solutions such as a way to prevent your data from being hacked by people, which is an act of cybersecurity now that is coming into it. So there's a relationship between data analytics and how it helps to improve the act of cybersecurity because they're trying to protect data on the internet. So now let's look at some of the most promising career trajectory in data analytics and some of the roles of a data analyst. We have data engineers. These are people that create pipelines that are used to receive data. So for instance, now if you are sent a file like a Google file to fill up in order to get your data, the people that are in charge of creating that system of receiving those data are the data engineers. Then the next one is the data scientist. The data scientist is quite different from a data analyst. A data scientist is actually an advance whereby it creates models to solve solutions and use it to increase the level of insight. Then the next one is a machine learning engineer. Like machine learning, as I've said, it's an aspect whereby models are created. So apparently, a data scientist can also serve as a machine learning engineer because they create models that helps to solve problems and create AI technological systems. So the last one is data privacy analysts. These are the people that are in charge of protecting data on the web space, on the cloud base. For instance, now you have your data there on the social media platforms, you have your email, and there are a lot of data that are being stored. Presently now, you have your contact list being backed up by on your email, and these are data that are being stored on the cloud. So a data privacy analyst is charged with the responsibility of making sure that policies are being raised and your data on the cloud storage are protected and secure. So a data privacy analyst is the one that is in charge of creating a system that protects your data on the online space. So we move to the next slide. All right, in this next slide now, we shall be looking at to become a data analyst. What are some of the skills that you need to possess if you have been asking yourself, okay, I want to become a data analyst? What are the major skills that you need to possess that makes you truly a data analyst. So let's write on. The first one is you must possess a data mining skill. This is a process of extracting data from different sources, either from paid sources or free sources. Or so you just have to get a skill at which you are able to get data to do your analysis, data that are relevant to the problems you want to solve. So these are data mining skill and must be possessed by a data analyst. So if you want to get on this skill, then you need to enroll in the data analytics course, and you'll be taking through all these processes. Now the second one is the data cleansing. Now after you get your data, you need to check it if there are some anomalies, some things that are not correct, because it's not all data that you have collated that are okay. You need to clean them up. For instance, now there was a time I had to collect the data and it is CSV file. CSV file actually is comma separated value. Most of the values, most of the data that are computed there are in a single cell, not in columns. Just a single column, then all the information are stored in a single cell in that one column. So those kind of files need to be cleaned up. And how to clean them up is to put them in a table format, in a column and row format, and set it up. So this is a skill in cleansing. So data cleansing is one of the basic skills that a data analyst must possess. And the next one is data visualization. Now, this is an aspect whereby you present your results and your findings. You're trying to find out a problem in a particular supermarket. Okay, let's take for instance, you are giving a data from a supermarket and they want to know the numbers of people that patronize them in the month of June. Now, as a data analyst, after you collected your data, you clean them up. Now, you need to visualize it, because what visualization does is it brings your data that they might not be understood in just mere looking at it in a visual aspect, whereby it's very glaring and understandable. So, visualization is just an act of presenting a result in a visual format in images, charts, and so on and so forth. So that helps your presentation mode. So the next one, we want to look at the future of data analytics. Now, the future of data analytics is actually expecting to be driven by advanced technologies such as AI, machine learning, enabling more accurate prediction, real-time insight, and automated decision-making processes. So the future of data analytics are going to be powered by artificial intelligence and machine learning, because now you, as a data analyst, now you might be able to make some predictions, make some decisions, but the truth is, if a machine or an artificial intelligence system is brought into place now, it is going to make prediction very accurate, because they will be working on existing data, working on compiled data, and everything works fine as it should be. So that is the future of data analytics. I'm sure if we work with these, we're going to get a better outfit in the future. So these are the future. This is the future of data analytics. All right, welcome. This next slide now, we're looking at the introduction to artificial intelligence, which is also synchronized to be AI. This refers to the simulation of human intelligence in machines that are programmed to think like human and mimic their actions. So it also encompasses various subfields such as machine learning, natural language processing, and robotics. So in just a simple definition, artificial intelligence is the process of making a computer to begin to act like a human or react like a human, mimic the actions of a human, and so on and so forth. Now we can see an advent, a recent advent that has been introduced in the artificial intelligence technological system that has to do with the brought in a robotic that can serve as a chef, a cooks. What they do is they run programs on it. They tell it, give us instruction on the kind of delicacies it's going to prepare. They provide the robots with the condiments, the ingredients that are needed to carry out the delicacies that it has been programmed to do. For instance, if it's to prepare a jollof rice, all the necessary ingredients will be made available and be programmed according to what they're expecting it to do. So, what a human can do in terms of cooking, a robotic has been programmed to do it, and that is the work of artificial intelligence. Like we see artificial, we have natural intelligence and we have artificial intelligence. So artificial intelligence is just like trying to mimic a natural intelligence, and the reason is quite very okay. It's actually very fast and respond because it has been programmed, and it has error limited depending on the fact that if the programming is not okay, that is the only time we're going to be experiencing error in these artificial intelligence systems. So the next one, we want to see the key trends in AI, some of the recent trends that are making AI an interesting field to delve into. So the first one is there's an advancement in the machine learning algorithm. Algorithm has to do with step-by-step way of uh, carrying out the tasks or carrying out instructions. So there's an advancement of machine learning algorithm at the moment now. So we have the second one to be the growing use of natural language process. An example of a natural language process is the Siri of artificial intelligence voice over on the iOS system, that is Apple's product. That when you can tell a Siri, play me a music, Siri will go ahead and play music. And we also have another technology, another AI, which is a natural language process, which is Gemini. You can tell Gemini set me an alarm for 5 a.m. and it's going to do that. So these are systems where they are able to process natural language and work with them. The next one is expansion of AI in various industries. So AI has been almost integrated to every sectors. Even our website now, there's a lot of AI systems that have been integrated into our website. Then the next one is integration of AI with Internet of a Thing, which is IoT. So there's an integration of AI with Internet. Every aspect of Internet now is having an integration of AI. So these are trend. Then the next trend is a focus on ethical AI. Ethical AI. AI that brings promotion to everything that ethical AI has to do with an AI that brings advancement to the society and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of focus on ethical AI now, trying to develop our world with the advent of artificial intelligence. So this is a trend in it. Okay, now next slide now I want to look at the major feats of artificial intelligence in the future. So I want to see some of the feats in our workspace that are actually going to be using a lot of artificial intelligence. So peradventure you find yourself in one of these fields, then it's very expedient that you get yourself technologically inclined so that you not be laid off as someone that becomes useless. Now, the first one is the healthcare industries. We've seen a lot of artificial intelligence being introduced into the healthcare. We see machines that are being introduced to detect serious sicknesses. An example of a machine is a scanner that was introduced during the COVID-19, the year 2020, that caused the lockdown. What it did is they looked for data that has to do with this particular disease and they use it to run a program, and they created an artificial intelligence system that's able to detect that particular. So anybody that is infected with COVID-19, once the scanner comes at your forehead, it begins to read and know that okay, this person is infected, and they quarantine such a person. Then the next one is AI in education. Now this is where artificial intelligence is used as a system where off-trained people passing out information on educating people on different sectors and so on. Then the next one is AI in finance. We've seen the fintech industry adopting the system of AI to ease transactions and make sure that everything that is done in the fintech industry is done very beautifully. Of recent, I went to a conference and I heard Providus Bank introducing an ATM that has to do with, you don't necessarily just slot it into an ATM machine for each process. Just a little scan and a barcode can perform a transaction. That is actually beautiful artificial intelligence in the financial sector. So the next one is the AI military and cybersecurity, where we can see in the cyberspace now that robotics are being produced to secure the cyberspace, securing the data of people from being infiltrated by hackers and so on. So AI in military personnel are also buying the idea of using the AI system or AI technology to make sure that the security aspect of a nation is very strong and so on. So anybody that finds themselves within this particular field has to be technological inclined, because this area and this field especially are being integrated with AI technology. So now let's see the future of artificial intelligence. So the future of artificial intelligence is poised to revolutionize industries with innovations in autonomous system, AI-driven healthcare, like we've seen in the feed, personalized customer experiences, and the development of more sophisticated AI models. So this is the future of AI. It's going to make life very easy. What technology does, it makes life very easy. There are some things we do with our human power in the previous time. The advent of this technology and the advancement of it has made life very easy, make work very easy. So if you are seeing the era whereby you are relying on human power to perform every operation, then you are getting it all wrong. Some places requires human power, but more areas that require human power are being taken over by these artificial intelligence systems. And so integrating data analytics and AI, there's a lot of relationship between artificial intelligence and AI. Now, what best AI is data. They look for data that could help a machine to process a particular end result. Data analytics, you are looking for an end result, then you look for relevant data that will help you to achieve what you want to do. Like in the likes of the scanner that detects COVID-19 in people, they look for data and many other things and they put it all together. So there's a relationship, there's an integration of data analytics to AI. That is, it makes informed decision and strategic planning, and it makes it very easy to work. In this next slide now, I want to look at the challenges we have in the industry, some of the considerations that we'll be looking at. The first challenge is the data privacy and security. Uh, there's a whole lot of infiltration in data. Data privacy has to do with securing of data and making sure that data are not infiltrated by scammers, fake data not infiltrated by bad guys on the internet, hackers, and so on. So we have a challenge of security of data, and the advent of artificial intelligence will actually bring a curb to it and make sure that data is secure, because computers can be able, the robot, artificial intelligence system can be online 247 operating and so on. So the next one is the ethical AI practices of managing data quality. These are some of the challenges. Data quality has to do with authentication of this data to know are they from the right sources and so on. So we're having challenges in this area. And the second one is the skill gaps in data science and artificial intelligence. Quite a lot of people have not gotten skilled in this area, and even artificial intelligence. So we have the challenge of a little number of people having the idea of this. That is why a webinar like this is put in place to give a high opening to people in this space, and also to advise them on the way to go about upskilling themselves in this aspect. So the next one is keeping up to the rapid technology advancement. So presently in Nigeria now, we have not even catch up with up to like 50% of what the other world are experiencing in terms of technological advancement. So keeping up with that rapid technological advancement is very far from us. So these are some of the challenges. So that is why it is advisable that everybody breeze up his yourself and make sure that you go. No matter the field of study, no matter where you operate, there's every need for technological advancement and knowledge to be acquired. So now, this is the conclusion. So in conclusion, the future of data analytics and AI intelligence is full of potentials and opportunities. By leveraging this technology, businesses can drive innovations, efficiency, and growth. Thank you very much for paying attention. So until it's time for question that asks. So this is the future of data analytics combined with artificial intelligence is full of plenty potentials. It is to be said in Nigeria that oil is one of the source of making a lot of money, but presently now, data is the oil money. So it is advisable for you if you are not skilled in any of the technological skills, I advise that you take up data analytics. And at Workbridge, we offer a range of courses starting from data analytics, artificial intelligence, and so on. So you can reach out to us, then we get you enrolled, and you are brushed up and upskilled, and you become relevant in the future. Even as the technology advances, you too are advancing in terms of knowledge and skill acquisition. Thank you very much for joining in this wonderful session.